Hi guys, Christian here. In today's video, I'm going to be going through the California Regional MLS system. That is the system that real estate agents and brokers use to advertise properties so that they can be syndicated and seen by buyers all throughout the United States and throughout the world. Once we're done, we'll see exactly how things look on Realtor.com, Zillow, and Redfin. But it takes about 45 minutes to an hour and a half for a real estate professional in order to be able to list a home for sale in the MLS. So we'll go through the listing from beginning to end. If you're a homeowner who wants to understand the process a little bit better, or you're a real estate agent who wants to understand how to input the best listing possible to the MLS, this video is for you. Before we jump in, if you enjoy this video, please make sure to tap that like button and turn it blue. Also make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified when I release future videos that may benefit you. Once we've logged in, we're typically going to see a welcome screen. It's going to have all of the available resources up there. We're going to go right into Paragon, which is the multiple listing service. Once Paragon loads up, you're going to see a welcome homepage and then some resources. First thing we're going to do is go into our listings. We're going to add a new residential listing. The nice thing about a residential listing in the MLS is that you can autofill it with tax records. So we can go into the CRS data and then pick out the actual street information. There's our property. So once we've got this property, we're going to check it and we're going to autofill our MLS data with it. All of these data fields will be automatically input into the MLS for us. All right, now let's go through the listing. The first question we've got on here is our status. Whenever we don't know what a status might be, we can always click on the magnifying glass button. That's going to pull up your status bar. It's got two choices, either coming soon or active. In this case, we're going to choose coming soon. Save that. It's going to fill that. We're going to fill in the listing agent email confidential remarks. There's no co-listing agent. Expiration date. Listing contract date. Start showing date. Pricing information. The parcel numbers filled in from the tax records. Any additional parcels? No. The address, make sure it's filled out completely. No unit number. It's in San Diego, Chula Vista. The MLS area. Again, if we don't know, we can click on the magnifying glass. The neighborhood. Bedrooms. There's actually 5 bedrooms and 3 full bathrooms. Zoning is R1, residential. Year built 2002. Year built source is going to be the tax records. The buyer's agency compensation. So this is how much percentage-wise the buyer's agent will receive. Buyer's agency compensation type. Percentage. Dual variable comp. No. Listing service. This is if it is full service, entry only, or limited services. Listing agreement. Exclusive right to sell. Contingency. No, they're not looking for another property. Display the listing on the internet. Yes to all of those. Co-special listing condition. Standard sale. Land lease, no. Common interest. It is a part of a planned development. It's not new construction, it's not a senior community, it's not lease considered, and there is a sign on the property. So the first portion of the listing is going to be all of these listing facts. It's got about 40 required fields in it. There's also tabs here for general features, land and terms, remarks, mobile, green, and sold, and we'll get right into those in a second. All right, next portion of the general tab, we're going to go through the living area number of units. Obviously, in this case, it's going to be square feet, not meters. The living area source, you got it from the builder. The lot dimensions, if we have them, the lot dimension source. In this case, we know that the lot size area is 5,079 feet, and we can get that real quick and easily by going through the tax records. So, if we go into the tax records, we can see all about the property, including who owns it, all the public records about the property, and one of the characteristics that we can find is the property characteristics of the lot. Squares feet, 5,079, about 0.12 acre. Put that back into our system here, and in this general tab, we've got about 15 or so required fields, including the source, the total stories, where the entry location is, main level bedrooms and baths, any below ground square footage, below ground or underground parking, attached garages, how many spaces, how many uncovered spaces, and those things. And that's going to be all of your general characteristics. On to the feature section. As you can see, there is a lot that goes into the feature section. I filled it out ahead of time so that we wouldn't have to spend the probably 30 to 40 minutes it takes to go through every single section, including all the required sections. There's accessibility features, appliances, architectural type, basement, common walls, community features, construction materials, cooling, which way the direction that the property faces, any disclosures, door features, eating areas, electricity, exterior features, fencing, fireplace, flooring, foundation details, the heating, interior features, laundry room, lot features, other structures, patio and porch, pool, property condition, what type of road frontage, the road surface, the roof type, bathroom features, kitchen features, room type, security features. Onto the sewer, is there a spa, utilities, there's views, water, where it comes from, the waterfront if there is any, the windows, and then it lists at the very bottom all of the features. As you can see, puts them all together for you. And if you have any questions on all the features, you can always click on the magnifying glass and it'll pull up all the feature lists, and you can go through and click on each one individually. but there is a ton, and it takes a long time to go through all of the features. But you want to list everything because everything is searchable. So if there's a buyer looking for a certain feature in a property, they can search on it, and if your property has it listed, guess what? Your property comes up in their search results. So when it comes to the land and terms, there are about 12 required fields and several that are voluntary. Most of them don't make a whole heck of a lot of use when it comes to the listing, but a few of them will, like the units on the property, if there are any assessments with the property, the builder information, if there's a well on the property. The last thing that we're going to have in here is the HOA information. There is a homeowners administration, so we need to list the fees, the frequency, the name of it, the phone number, any contact information, and if there's a second one as well, and then what the amenities are of the homeowners administration. So most homeowners administration offer several amenities, from pool to spa to the grounds to hiking trails, clubhouses, those types of things. And then if there's any Mello-Roos or bonds that are associated with this property that need to get paid off through the taxes, in this case there are none. Land leases, there's no land lease as well. And the last thing that we have in here is the school information. We have the high school district, the high school, middle school, elementary school information, when the new buyer will get possession of the property, if there is any current financing, and the buyer's terms. So we want the buyer to pay cash or cash to a new loan, submit their offer, and conventional, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, government, VA programs are fine as well. So next on our list is the remarks section of the MLS. This is by far the most important portion of the entire listing. It's going to include all of your public remarks, which get syndicated to your Zillow, your Realtor.com, your Homes.com, your Redfin, all of the main portals that are out there. So you want to make sure that this is on point and perfect. So your public remarks are going to be first. Everything and anything, you have 4,000 characters that you can talk about. You want to lay out your marketing as well as possible so that people get a great idea of what the home's all about. This is how you attract the most buyers right here. I see some copy that people write that are extremely good and to the point and paint a really amazing picture of a home, and I see other copy that people write which is like nice house. You know, things that aren't very descriptive, things that don't sell the property, and things that probably should just be left out. But anyway, you've got your public remarks section, then your private remarks section. That's only what realtors are going to see when they go into the MLS. Directions to the property, syndication remarks, anything that goes out to the syndicators. Then your virtual tour links. So you want your 3 virtual tours, basically your 3D virtual tours, and your videos that include footage of the property so that those can be used on all of the internet portals that are out there. You're going to talk about how the showing's going to go, right? So you're going to talk about your occupant. Is anybody in the property? If so, name, phone number, how do they get in touch with them so that they can view the property, the showing contact, and then the showing contact's phone and how they should go about showing the property, the instructions, the lockbox location and the type of lockbox that it is. Make sure that you have your lockbox with you so that it gets assigned to the property. That way, when real estate agents are trying to obtain the lockbox key, they can get in and get to it very simply. The last 3 sections of the MLS listings are going to be rarely ever used. The first one's going to be for mobile homes. If it is a mobile home, there's going to be a Department of Housing decal and a license number that gets put in here so it shows what the mobile home's listing information is. The next part is going to be any green certifications about the home itself. If there's a verification type, like if it's LEED certified gold or LEED certified silver, you're going to put that in here along with the metrics of the green verification, and then the URL that people will go to when they will verify that the home is built in a green way. And the very last portion of this is once the property is in escrow, Then you'll go into the sold section and fill that out, who the agent was that represented the buyer, any concessions, and the credits if necessary. So those are the last portions of the MLS listing information. But before we go, we need to take care of some of these additional items over here. You can see there's add edit pictures, there's view detailed reports, there's add edit documents, open houses, tours, and the lockbox information. So we're going to hop right in here and add the photos. So we just uploaded all of our photos into the MLS listing. You can just hit the upload multiple photos right here, choose whatever ones you want from your computer, and then you hit the upload button and boom, they all get populated directly into the MLS. In this case, we've got about 50 or so photos. And then once you've got them, you want to be able to arrange them. So you can just move the photos around whichever way you want them to show up. I'm always trying to tell the best story that I possibly can with the photos. So you want to walk through the property from the beginning photo. This is the primary, which will show up as the first listing photo when somebody comes to the MLS or when they see it on Zillow or Redfin or any of the other websites that are out there. And then they're going to walk through the photos. Typically they're going to go one by one. So we bring them in through the living areas, into the kitchen, into anything that we want to showcase, into the dining room, the family room, the master suite. Then they get a chance to check out the balcony views, the master bathroom, the additional home offices, the front balcony, the bathroom, laundry room, into the backyard, the patio, and then all of the pools associated with the property, the actual amenities, the parks, the picnic areas, the playgrounds, the schools, and finally the community itself. So this is going to show really, really well and give all buyers a fantastic overview of what the property looks like and be able to get them excited, because we want to give them as much detail as possible so that they take a look at this and the first photo obviously catches their eye. They stop scrolling from Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com and they want more information. They want to schedule that showing. So we've input our entire listing into the MLS now, and it is the moment of truth. It's time to save this as a full listing. We're going to hit the save button up there, and it's going to tell us if we're missing anything and if we've got any warnings or errors. In this case, we've got a couple of warnings. We're going to list it today, so we're going to accept that. And then we want the expiration date to be July, so we're going to accept that as well. Once we've accepted those two things, they're going to check off there. And then at that point, when we save the listing, it is going to be live. So now it will start propagating to all of the syndication sites that are out there. People will be able to see it on Zillow. People will be able to see it on Redfin, and they're going to start scheduling their tours as quickly as possible. So if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps out a whole heck of a lot. Also too, hit that subscribe and bell notification. That really is great. It lets you know exactly when we release new videos just like this one.